Ah, yeah. This 8 o'clock in the morning rave is bustin'. Woo-hoo-hoo. What is going on, you guys? Fico here, and welcome to the Fico's Gaming Mind LiveCast. Let me shut this off here. Welcome to the LiveCast, folks. This is where I normally do what this whole thing that I do is mainly to talk about the stuff that's going on in the world of video games, in the stuff that's being discussed about video games, announcements, videos of stuff that I'd like to show you all, and of course, to chill with all you fine folks. A couple of announcements before we begin. First off, a warning, this is a slow week. So it's not a lot of stuff that's revolutionizing everything. So there is a lot of stuff that, we're going to be talking about that might not seem like news, but, there is one thing that I just found out this morning that I'd like to read and discuss with you guys, but we'll come to that later. Second of all, I'd like to announce that I've made it to 50 subscribers. In fact, subscribers, I keep calling them subscribers. I'm still in that YouTube mentality, but I made it past 50 followers, and now I'm up to 53 followers now. So this is great, man. This is awesome. Within the last 2 days, I've been it's been getting hosted and followed by people, and people want to help me out with the stream. And I just want to say thank you again to everybody who's been helping me, everybody who's been supportive, and everybody who's been just incredible. Mr. Staten, who is here lurking, he's made so many clips of everything, and I'm grateful for everybody, for absolutely everybody. Which brings me to a little bit of bad news. I will not be streaming on Saturday because I'm going to be out of town, and depending on how it goes, I might not be streaming on Sunday either. Sunday's usually the day that I do my live cast, but because I'm going to be out of town and I'm about 3 to 4 hours away from here, it might take me a bit of time to get back. So I don't know. It might not even result in me coming on Sunday at all. So we'll have to see what happens, but as of now, it doesn't look as though I'm going to be here on Sunday to stream. But if I can, the live cast, I will be announcing when I'll be back to get the live cast up and running. And if not, at the very least, I'll be streaming myself playing games that day on Sunday, and then the live cast will be on Monday, which will be preceded later on by playing more games. So I'll definitely let you all know as time comes up. So we'll see. And also, I have found somebody who is willing to sell me their PlayStation 4 for $200. And with 8 games. So I'm about to make their purchase. They're going to show something for me today, a couple of pictures, show me which games they have. And if I like what I see, I will be the proud owner of a new PlayStation 4. And yeah, to about $200. It's not a PlayStation 4 Pro, but then again, I'm not really all that interested in 4K. To tell you the truth, 4K is it's really nice and all. I mean, all the movies that I watch in cinema are 4K, but it works because it's a bigger screen. Obviously, you need the better resolution, but for games, it's not terribly used. Oh, how much was it used? It was he bought it last year. Here's the story. He's a full-time student. He works with me. He actually works in the same company that I do. And he is he only's played it a couple of times. He's a gamer, but he hasn't played it so much because he's going to school, and then he's doing an internship, and then he's going to work a full-time job alongside with me. So he hasn't used it too much. It's only a 500 gigabyte PlayStation 4, but for an extra like $60, you can get like a 2 terabyte hard drive anyway. So it's really not that bad. But yeah, it's not that used. It was just given to him last year, and he's also thinking about getting a Switch as well too. But so that kind of just puts the PlayStation 4 even further behind. The only reason that I would want a PlayStation 4 is to just play its exclusive titles. You know, stuff like the Ni no Kunis, something like the God of War game that's coming out, The Last of Us 2, Days End, a couple of other games that are coming out later down the road on the pipe in PlayStation 4s, which I'm going to be talking about later today. So, and that's all the stuff that I wanted to talk about. Before we begin, I actually want to do a little bit of rearranging here before we get started. I just remembered I found a couple of things here. Let me just kind of organize these bad boys here. This is not a good way to start. This is not a good way to start. It sounds similar to an acquaintance of mine who sold his buy the new special edition with the Wii U on the hand, friend. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much very similar to the situation that I've got going on. I look like I'm out of frame. Hold on. Let me. Okay, now I've messed it up. Now, hold on. Okay, now you can see my garbage. Okay, hold on. There you go. Now I'm more even out of frame. Oh my God. Okay, I shouldn't have touched this. Okay, there we go. A little bit. Okay, so, but without further ado, let us begin the show proper with... Where am I? There I am. With an opinion piece. I know that you must be all getting tired of me talking about violence in video games. It is still a pretty relevant thing because I remember that they were doing this meeting at the White House with a couple of industry veterans, but really, I saw Jim Sterling's video, which, by the way, Jim Sterling's I'm not subscribed to him because I do think he's a kind of a bit of a smartass at times. I think he does flip-flop a lot on stuff, but in reality, the stuff that he was talking about, I just more interested in that meeting that took place at the White House about when President Trump met with a bunch of people to like the games industry. I kind of knew that was going to be nothing of it, but there is an opinion piece that was written in IGN. So take this with a grain of salt. This is only just an opinion piece, but we wanted to discuss it because it's kind of relevant to what we've been talking about for the last couple of days. So the opinion piece is called, "There's a huge problem with fighting and the anti-video game debate with a not all games mentality. Hashtag not all games mentality." And this is responding to the White House video, violent games reel with similarly out of context scenes makes for a weak and reductive argument in more ways than one. So this is the context of the whole thing. So they met, the White House actually posted on their YouTube channel a video game reel of violent video games. And then another group called Games for Change, which is a nonprofit that's used to empower creators for positive change with games and technology, created its own reel, and it was described as a different view of games. Kinda would be reminiscent to not do this opinion piece. I think we need to take a look at the actual videos themselves. Now, the video from the White House, that reel that they did, is now unlisted. Take that for what you like, but we got to look at it. Let's see if we can.
Lately, Jeff.
Oh, for crying out loud! An ad, really? Okay, so let's mute the ad because I'm not gonna listen to this. I thought I had ad blocker on. The sneaky IGN bastards. They're making me watch ads anyway. I am not sponsored by those ads, by the way. Please don't come after me. So as you can see, this is the video that was being shown. They're all ooh. Ooh, I think this is Wolfenstein. Oh, Fallout 4. What's going on with the video? It's kind of stuttering. I apologize, guys. The player seems really bad. This is not coming from mine. Oh, this is Sniper 3, I think. Whoa! Oh. That's the Evil Within 1, I believe. Ouch. Okay, so I don't know. No more videos. So I guess the context of that was shown to discuss. It was like a video that they made. It was like, oh, hey, you know what? Video games are violent. Look at this video. Do you think that kids don't commit school shootings? I mean, of course they would. Look at all the violence that they're being exposed to. Well, that was the video that was done by the White House. But here is the response video from the other people, from Games for Change. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? Well, there's your game, Celeste. I don't know what that game is. That game looks pretty nice. Breath of the Wild. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. I love that game. I think that's Jotun. This is Ori and the blah, forgot that name. Shadow the Colossus. Fortnite. Ori and the Forest something. To all gameplay creators, thank you. Okay, so there you go. Those are your two videos, the response video and the initial video that occurred. Celeste. I've seen Celeste. Celeste it's kind of like a platformer roguelite almost. I'd actually want that game. It's in my favorites list, so that game will probably be ended up getting played. Yeah, That is very, very true. The video was taken out of context. Obviously, they're going to show the scene where you're shooting down and mowing down all of the people from that's from the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. But of course, the context, they don't never bother to tell you that the context of that is that you are trying to stop this terrorist. You're undercover, but then he eventually finds out. That's him shooting you at the end. But the bottom line is that this IGN piece apparently thinks that that response video doesn't seem to be doing too much because you're making it about, well, the problem with hashtag not all games. So you gotta bear with me here because this is what it is here. So the problem with not all games, unlike the video game montage that lingered in brutal executions. Hey! M155 Doom, Mr. Doom. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Oh my God, you're so awesome. Welcome. Welcome to the madness. Oh, Miss Doom. I'm sorry. M5. I'm sorry. I'm still new to Twitch, and my reading gamer tag foo is not at it, but Miss Doom, welcome. Welcome to the LiveCast. Oh man, my boy Saturday here. He's curating this thing. So it's nice to meet you. I hope you're having a great day today. So we're discussing an IGN article talking about the hashtag not all games, and this is an opinion piece, so we're just kind of discussing it and reading through it a little bit here. So unlike the video game montage that lingered on brutal executions and massacres from shooters series like Call of Duty, Fallout, and Wolfenstein, Games for Change's edit features more pleasant moments, like Link riding a horse through a windswept plain, Ellie from The Last of Us petting a giraffe, Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn watching a herd of machines from a snowy cliff top. The point of the video is presumably to show that not all games are as violent as the White House present them, or that there's more to violent video games than a collection of out-of-context clips. It's a noble effort, but one that doesn't change much at all, and in fact may actively harm the larger discussion around video games' artistic merits. I don't know how that video did that. But we're going to keep on reading just to see what the writer thinks that video did. I honestly think that video put video games in a great light. I do think that it's actually more favorable than having a discussion than producing a counter video. I think there's more to it than that. But let's see. The montage's most obvious issue is that it's a substantial number of the games it showcased are incredibly violent. A shot of Aloy admiring a herd of mechanized creatures barely has room to breathe before a moment later she's tearing them limb from limb. The Last of Us is known for its savage depiction of violence. The Shadow of the Colossus is a gorgeous game with a single goal: find every one of the majestic beasts in the world and kill them. Violence doesn't inherently make these games bad, but it does weaken the video's ability to counter the White House's real. That's actually pretty true. They showed Life is Strange as well too. We all went through what we just did watching Life is Strange. That game is actually very violent. It's actually quite brutal. It's got a great story, a wonderful cast of characters, but the game is incredibly disturbing. So definitely an M-rated game, but again, that's the way it's conveying it. So I think I get what she's trying to get at, that the video game itself might not be okay. So you're showing the beautiful side of video games, but you have to also keep in mind that yes, these games do contain violence, but the point of the game is that we're trying to show is that, you know what? People, while they play video games and they're violent video games, they are not what these games are depicting. They're not going to shoot up your school. But let's continue. Anyone can pick and choose moments from a game to fit their agenda. Fox News did it with Mass Effect back in 2018, and now the White House employs the same tactic in 2018. If the goal was to contradict the White House's cherry-picked depictions of video games, there are plenty of choices of exclusively non-violent games. Portal, Stardew Valley, Katamari Damacy, Night in the Woods, Opus Magnum, The Sims, Garagoa, even The Ocean, The Witness. Highlighting these games make the point that video games are a diverse medium with a rich selection of experiences, not that there's some pretty scenery in otherwise violent video games. Well, they kind of did that with games like Celeste. Celeste is a game like that. Yotum is a game like that. Ori is a game like that. And that other game that had that little girl, that little thing with the pointy hat with those puzzles. Those are games like that. Those games don't look like they're, I mean, the point is that you are doing violence in those games, they're also beautiful games as well. And they're artistic expressions. It's that those games are, that you mentioned, those games are, for the most part, they're simplified games. So of course those games won't contain violence, but let's continue with the next segment. More to violence than just violence. But there's more harm in fighting out of context clips without a context clips than just legitimizing the anti-video game crowd's reductive tactics, and also lends credence to the idea that depictions of fictional violence are inherently bad and that the gaming community should minimize them to retain a good public image. Violence exists in every form on the planet, from movies to books to ancient pottery, because it can be interesting and valuable subject to explore. Violence does have a place in video games. The way to defend it isn't to just shy away from it. Allen Ginsberg's Howl didn't survive its obscenely trial of the 50s off the existence of a less lewd images, but off the merit of its vulgarity. But it is our gut reaction is to keep on insisting that games do more than the X-ray kill cams, headshots, and stylish sick executions the White House reel depicts, because we're afraid to admit that video games exploration of violence kind of sucks, and that we're all just as guilty of glorifying it. I actually do agree. I agree with this point. You shouldn't be shying away from that, because movies don't shy away from it. TV doesn't shy away from it. Books don't shy away from it. Art doesn't shy away from it. Paintings don't shy away from it. Comic books don't shy away from it. But nobody's calling out to have them destroyed. They tried years ago. And you know, the media that keeps on saying that the violent video games do this, they're as guilty as exploiting the violence as well. They spend all their day talking about school shootings, talking about conflicts, talking about guns, talking about murder, talking about violence, talking about suicide, talking about genocide, talking about all this stuff all day long. They spend day after day after day covering it. But it's okay when they do it, because they're just informing you of real world events. But if you spend your time watching the news, don't you find yourself kind of depressed at times? Or at the very least, it just feels like the world is just kind of bleak and pointless? Doesn't that just, or maybe just kind of desensitizes you from it as well too? Because it's just kind of like this, that's kind of why I find it sort of hypocritical for the media to be calling out that video games shut you off from violence. You spend all day talking about violence and nobody's calling to get rid of you. So it's a thought. But we shouldn't shy from it, because it's all art. It's an artistic rendition. It's not meant to make anyone be violent in any way. Few video games actually explore violence as much as they mechanize and systemize it. There are exceptions like Spec Ops: The Line, which forces us to engage in difficult decisions about violence while using violence to subvert common tropes. The Metal Gear Solid series, perhaps one of the very truly anti-war games out there, does an incredible job of confronting violent subject matter like the military-industrial complex and the nuclear proliferation, while also giving players non-lethal approaches to its scenarios. But most games are generally uncritical with their violence. Their primary modes of interaction are through combat and domination, and that can cheapen their ability to engage with violence in any meaningful way. There is room for games with surface level violence, but there's a whole lot room for games to offer more. If there's any positive takeaway we can possibly squeeze out of video game violence being back in the spotlight, it's that. Why has violence become so prevalent and normalized in even the most pleasant looking games? And what, if anything, can be done to encourage more compelling ways of playing games and interacting with game worlds? Video game violence shouldn't be censored, but we shouldn't hide from hard conversations challenging it either. Being critical and asking tough questions about the things we love is the only way we make those things better. And I do agree. We have to. We shouldn't shy away from the violence. We shouldn't shy away from having conversations. But the thing is that we also have to make sure that we keep the conversation within context. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit that the games that I play are incredibly violent. But the thing is that I have, I've come to the conclusion, and given that I have not murdered or killed or wanted to kill an actual human being, I think it's actual proof. And this is me having coming from an upbringing that wasn't all that good. I had a great family. It's just terrible things were happening to me all the time when I was a kid. And games were a thing that made things better. If anything, games make things better, in my opinion. But I do admit that while the level of graphical detail has gone up, violence has actually looked even more violent. So that's a thing that I'm willing to discuss. But I am going to hold to the fact that while there are bigger facts than just that existing here, like the fact that it seems like this is an exclusive problem here, while everywhere else around the world are playing those same graphic, violent video games. But I won't be close-minded. I'm willing to have a discussion, of course, most definitely. The last question is Games for a Change, as Montages raises, is how we measure beauty games to begin with, and how we tend to disproportionately value the safe, traditional, and even ironically conservative. Seeing the same scenic vistas and cute characters paraded around as triumphs of gaming's good side is boring. Very true. Even IGN is guilty of it themselves, as you could see in this video below, which I'm not going to play because that's... Video games may be more than the brutality of their combat systems, but they are also way more than the cautiously unobjectable sunshine and rainbows on display in their montage. Someone once sat Roger Ebert down in front of that game company's flower in an effort to prove to him that games could be art. He accused its visuals of being about as interesting as a greeting card. While Ebert's thoughts about games were notoriously close-minded, he may have been on to something. We shouldn't measure the aesthetic value of games by how beautifully they can render their pretty landscapes. There is truth and even beauty in ugliness, horror, and despair, and there are countless games that speak in the deep and surprising ways. Silent Hill, Rain World, Inside, Cart Life, Humaniki, Pathologic, Papers, Please. We shouldn't need to prove that games are all hyper-realistic forests and quaint coming-of-age dramas to earn their respect. I think it's also the often misconception that people think violence in games desynthesize the player. I'm sure players are a lot more aware and enlightened, but the source of violence are its consequences in deployment. Of course, games like COD and other multiplayer shooters are just for relieving stress. And I do think that there hasn't really been much evidence to show that video games specifically desensitize you from violence. But the fact of the matter is that while they say that, you know, these games desensitize you, does that mean that they are causing you to be violent? They are translating and becoming acts of violence to shoot up a school. That's where you lose me in the argument, because you just don't have that. But I mean, it's funny how you know you say that, and but there hasn't really been a discussion, I think, when it comes to that. Nobody talks about what the good things about video games do. It's sort of like, hey, you know what? We're not all violent video games. Let me show you a pretty montage of Aloy running around this beautiful forest done by Guerrilla Games. But at the same time, you go and be like, Guerrilla Games? Aren't those the guys that did the Killzone games? Those games are pretty violent. Well, yeah. They didn't shy away from making Killzone. Why is it that they should shy away? And also, yes, Horizon Zero Dawn is also a pretty violent game as well. Yes, video games can be beautiful. Yes, video games can be a wonderful source for people to look at things and have beautiful, like it's not always about killing. But the argument shouldn't be, hey, you know what? This guy showed you all the bad stuff about video games. Well, let me show you all the good stuff. But they're going to still use violent video games. I mean, you could take clips from Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 4, before the violence starts. You can have just Leon just walk around and just, you know, at the beginning. And you could show him just like arriving, driving, but then again, that wouldn't improve your argument. That's just wouldn't do it. I think the discussion should be more focused on, you know, reminding people that studies have been done that video games do not cause people to go violent. In fact, there's a study that shows that about 80% of the school shooters weren't even interested in video games. But I'm pretty sure that meeting didn't have that because, according to Jim's video, it looks like part of who was involved in that, they were hardline conservative, Christian. They believe that they are completely right, that video games corrupt the family, and obviously it's not really going to change. But we end this opinion by saying it's unfair to say video games for a change should have been responsible for trying to convey any of this in a simple 2-minute montage. What they put out in response to the White House's cringe-worthy violence in games reel was very well-intentioned, and it's good to have people in the community willing to carry the conversation away from the anti-video game crowd's harmful rhetoric. But gamers, critics, and creators involved in this discussion should rethink how useful it is to pick apart games into sets of out-of-context elements and assign different levels of morality to them. Doing so is only countering a reductive argument with another one, giving ammo to the other side, and setting oddly conservative artistic standards for games that may eventually come back to bite us. And that is pretty much the one thing that I completely agree about this whole thing. And that's kind of... And that's actually true. You know, I mean, like, you shouldn't be setting up these expectations of we've got the solution. Instead of having people make violent video games, let's have people make nicer video games. No, that's not the solution at all. Absolutely not. But then again, it's... What do you expect? I mean, it's obviously well-intentioned. They clearly didn't want it to say that. the purpose of the video was just to show that, you know what, while you did show the violence side, the side where everybody, of course, says, of course, video games are so violent. They had to have caused the school shootings. They have had to do that. Well, this is what they meant to do. But this guy, and of course, this is this guy's opinion. In my opinion, I think that it should have been a longer video. I think it should have had somebody narrating. I think it should have actually broken down the actual White House clip, because all that stuff was out of context violence. Clearly, that's what that was the purpose of that video, to show you that for people who already believe that video games cause school shootings, it's to confirm what they already believe. But for us, it doesn't, I mean, to do that in reverse, it's like, yes, you know, those people that say that video games are you know, they cause school shootings. Well, here's a video to reassure you that that isn't what it is. It should be more conversation and talk about the benefits of video games. But honestly, I'm not sure if the current administration really even cares. They don't care about people in general. I doubt that they're going to care about video games. But anyway, that's my take. That was the actual that was an opinion piece. So it's based on that person's opinion. It's not like hard news. It's just offering a perspective, and it's well done. So I'm gonna leave the link to that so you guys could read it if you guys want to. But speaking of games, it was just announced that there are free games on Prime. If you're a member of Twitch Prime, which I'm going to be shilling crazy, you could get free games. Now, starting at tomorrow, actually, at March 15, we're upgrading our membership by giving you a collection of free games each month. So this is going to be kind of similar to the games that the things that Xbox does when you have Xbox Live Gold or when you have PlayStation Plus. And I think you use Twitch's own gaming client to play them. So this month you get this month is got the games that are coming up in from March 15 to 31, and includes Super Hot, which looks pretty awesome, Oxenfree, which I have, Mr. Shifty, Shadow Tactics, and Tomb of Annihilation. Tales from Crandall. I can't read it, it's too small. But anyway, that's pretty cool. I need to actually try that method here, because this is going to be pretty cool here. But as usual, I'm going to be leaving the links to that. And I'll leave my impressions of the actual thing as well too, because they were also giving away Devil May Cry 1 for the PC. So that ought to be really cool. Yes, it's another client that I have to use, but you know what? Free games is free games. I want Super Hot. I think you guys remember that we were talking about the Capitol when... Yes, I heard that, and stay tuned, by the way. I actually heard that. Also, if I get the PlayStation 4, Monster Hunter 4 will be a definitive purchase. For damn sure. If you guys haven't already heard, unfortunate news, the Capital Wasteland project is stopping development. Here's the official statement. Now, the last time, I think it was like 2 casts ago, or showing this project called the Capital Wasteland, where they were making Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. But unfortunately, the good old folks at Bethesda, of course, had to stop it. And here's the reason why. So Today, I have some sad news for you. Recently, we have communicated with Bethesda regarding our planned method to implement the voice acting and other audio from Fallout 3 in the Capital Wasteland. During the conversation, it became clear our planned approach would raise some serious red flags that we unfortunately not foreseen. This contact resulted in us changing our methods to attempt to continue working. After some thought, it appears there's no fully legal way for us to continue developing the Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 portion of the Capital Wasteland. Projects like these have always existed in a gray area of the law, but we, as a team, value our connections with many members of the amazing dev team that is Bethesda Game Studios. To reinforce my point, the laws around this have now changed. If we were to continue and complete Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 legally, I, as a project lead, would not probably be liable for any acts of piracy, and copyright would be most probably be liable infringement resulting in the project's release. Myself and the Road to Liberty team do not wish to strain the working relationships with other members of the community and Bethesda. At first, we were very reluctant to halt work, to decided to start looking for re-recording of all the voice acting. We quickly realized we would have had to replace iconic voices like Liam Neeson, Malcolm McDowell, Ron Perlman, and of course, the phenomenal Eric Todd Dellums. Without some of these voices, Fallout 3 loses its charm, and personally, I can't bring myself to replace them. At any point in the future, it becomes fully legal for us to continue working with the blessing of Bethesda and ZeniMax, we will. I would like to add this decision was not taken lightly, and it pains many people, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so bottom line, they got scared that Bethesda was going to make them liable for copyright infringement, because technically they don't own the rights to the voices. That's understandable. But you're not selling the game mod. You're not making any money off the game mod. You're just working for it. But it's clear that you're too much of a pussy to continue, so you figured not even bother. So while in the legal sense, you're not legally allowed to use those voices and make money off of them, one could make the legal argument that for fair use, you could use it. Because, but again, it's this gray area. Nintendo shuts down fan mods all the time because apparently you can't have nice things. They don't want their product, your product, to be associated with their product. That's why copyright exists. I get it, but it seems really freaking stupid. That's, to me, it's just absolutely stupid. But it's your decision. You clearly were looking out for your guys, so I give you credit for that. But I think you should have kept going. And yeah, you might have been ceased and desist by them. But you know what? I mean, these are the same developers that they're having like Morrowind rebuilds done. There's people that are working on making Morrowind using the Skyrim engine. Nobody's going after them. You got scared, and I think that kept you back. But anyway, not to sound mean, of course, but it's just my opinion. I think you should have kept on going. But anyway, that's your decision. If you want to halt development and not have us experience the game like we would have wanted, and let Bethesda remake the game themselves one day, fine. But I hope that you do get over that, because it's pretty dumb. Anyway, the game devs at the Game Dev Tycoon adds an ultra hard mode where you combat piracy. Game Dev Tycoon, it's pretty awesome. It's like a resource management game that puts you in charge of a video game company, and you are basically setting up like a video game company, making a game, manage the whole project from beginning to end. And of course, it's been very popular. Game Dev Tycoon is a game that I owned and never played. Sad face. But maybe one day I'll actually stream it. We'll have to see. But anyway, Game Dev Tycoon added a new mode, which is called Pirate Mode. And it looks like it's emulating the real world problem of piracy. This advanced option will see reduced sales on all of your games. Bankruptcy is likely, you are told. Now, this is actually pretty awesome. It says you can actually, if you look at the actual photo here, it says you can actually activate something called Pirate Mode. And it says the Pirate Mode causes severe reduced sales on all of your games. Bankruptcy is likely. You can develop copy protection by using it, but using it will upset fans. Fan mail inspired by true events will reach your inbox from time to time. I don't know if this is a jab on DRM or a jab on people that say that DRM is a bad thing. I actually don't have an issue. I don't actually have an issue with it, but okay. The Game Dev Tycoon originally hit the headlines and found success when it forced those who had pirated the game itself to unwillingly fail for the effects of in-game piracy, which I thought was pretty cool. And it's also, there's a new console platform to develop games for new swap. Pirate Mode will let you develop DRM, which is short for digital rights management, copy protection to counter piracy. So if you guys want to play that game and combat the evil that is piracy, you now have the option to do that. And I thought that thing's pretty cool. I mean, piracy is a thing. It's not as horrible as a lot of people want to suggest it is, but you know what? It's a thing, and game developers deal with it. So big up for the developers for adding it. Recently, Warhammer Vermintide came out, and it sold in under a week 500,000 copies, which is not bad. So they're happy to announce that 50,000 copies on PC in less than a week, when it was only just released just a few days ago. The CEO at Fat Shark, which are the developers of the game, says, "We are proud and happy that gamers worldwide have taken Warhammer Vermintide 2 to their hearts. 500,000 copy games sold as a milestone that we had, but nonetheless, less than a week after release." Now, Vermintide's going to come later, apparently, and it's probably going to give them more sales here. But the fact that it's been this successful, and a lot of people are streaming it and playing it, it's pretty cool. So give them credit for that. So, but speaking of violent video games, this is the product. No, you want to avoid this game. Don't even listen to what I'm going to say, because reading this article will literally make you violent. But anyway, this is from Kotaku UK. The GTA 5 Premium Edition launches in April and includes Criminal Enterprise DLC. And according to this, it says, over the past month, there have been several leaks suggesting a new version of Grand Theft Auto 5 titled Grand Theft Auto 5 Premium Edition would be launching on PS4 and Xbox One on March 23rd. First, it was a listing on Amazon Germany. Then the past weekend, the game got rated by the South Korean ratings board. Neither of these leaks gave any information of the new version of GTA 5, but both implied the game existed and wasn't far off from release. Thanks to a number of sources speaking to Kotaku UK in condition to anonymity, we now know that we're going with the release window and contents of Grand Theft Auto 5 Premium Edition was originally set on March 23rd, but was pushed by Rockstar a short notice to an April release. The new version of the game is the same as the base game, though obviously including over 4 years worth of DLC and comes bundled with a Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack. Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, which is released as paid DLC back in December, contains the following content from GTA Online. It is believed everything you read has a value of over 10 million GTA dollars, which includes properties, vehicles, and weapons. So it's not really new, but given the fact that there's still people playing Grand Theft Auto 5, it's still something that's often discussed of. So basically, yeah. It's a game. It's a game that's still making money. It's a game that's still making sweet bills. Mr. Seto Kaiba, what's up, man? Low graphics at last. Awesome, very, very awesome. My man. I'm glad that you got the low graphics. I'm so happy, man. I'm glad that you could join us. We do apologize about your internet, but there's very little we can do here, but I'm glad that you're with us here today. So, but yes, another Grand Theft Auto 5 release. I don't know how successful it will be, but hey, it gives you a lot more than the base game, so that's pretty cool. If you don't own it, now you don't have to wait long. It's till April and you can get it. Bluepoint. We talked about Bluepoint a few weeks ago because they're the ones I have to thank to the hosts I got for you. I have to thank to the host. You should thank them too. I agree. Those you got me. Seto got me a couple of hosts, and he was very, 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 very helpful. And Serge S2K followed me, and he's also said he's gonna help as well too. And I want to thank everybody. I thanked everybody right at the beginning of the video, but I want to thank them as well too. Of course. I want to everyone that just decides to just kind of chip in and help and have fun. It's just incredible. So thank you everybody so much. But onto the content. For those of you who know, Bluepoint they're the ones that made the recent Shadow of the Colossus remake. They're also responsible for making ports of games for the PlayStation. Now, it is suggested that Bluepoint's next game is a remake of the Metal Gear Solid games, like a remake, like sort of similar to the Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes remake that we got for GameCube, sort of like that. But I think what's going to happen is that they're going to do like another game that's from the Metal Gear Solid games that's going to be up converted. Now, that's not been confirmed yet, but they are looking and hiring and looking to make more games. So that's actually really cool. I am very, very excited for that. And that's actually very, very cool. You should, if you hear of the company called Bluepoint Games, you should totally look into them because they are freaking awesome. They make some of the best remakes, some of the best up converted ports around. So we're talking a little bit about, I said earlier in the cast that I got a friend of mine who's going to sell me his PlayStation 4 for about $200 with about 8 games and 2 controllers. So I figured, you know what? There's a good chance that I'm going to be playing a ton of PlayStation 4 exclusives only. So here are some of the games that are coming out later. This baby, Spider-Man, Marvel's Spider-Man. This is done by Insomniac Games. These are the people that work behind Ratchet and Clank. I think these are the people that did the Resistance games as well too. So there you go. That's a game that I'm probably going to end up playing. God of War. Okay. After seeing the recent stuff for God of War, it's hands down going to be a game that I'm going to stream for hands down. As soon as I get the capture card, and as soon as I get that PlayStation 4, I'm gonna get this game. So, of course, Detroit Become Human, Quantic Dream. This is from the people that did Fahrenheit. These are the people that did Heavy Rain. Well, they got a new one, and it's called Detroit Become Human. We're gonna make some tough decisions in this game. Days Gone, post-apocalyptic zombie thing. So we're gonna, I mean, looking at how it is, I'd like to think that this is gonna be pretty awesome as well too, as well as others. But I don't know many of these, but well, of course, Naughty Dog's The Last of Us 2, which I would eventually end up making a stream of The Last of Us, as well as the Left Behind DLC. Of course, we got Dreams, which is Media Molecule's foray. Media Molecule, they're the guys that did Little Big Planet. I love Little Big Planet. I enjoy playing all 3 Little Big Planet games. And I can't wait to see these games. Medieval, I'm not absolutely sold. I never played those games. Yakuza, not sure. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Mac Daddy of them all, Norman Reedus in the Kojima game. Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding, with people like Guillermo del Toro and Mads Mikkelsen and a part of this game. And of course, we got other games like Shadow of the Colossus, The Last Guardian, Horizon Zero Dawn. There's a ton of games that I'll be looking forward to play. And of course, Monster Hunter World. I will be getting Monster Hunter World for the PC, but some of that content that's coming out, that's been coming out on Monster Hunter, has been more exclusively to the PlayStation 4, like the Horizon stuff. And later you'll be seeing the actual game as well too. There's some gameplay footage that's coming out from something that Mr. Saturnight mentioned, something about the DLC stuff here. So that's actually pretty cool. So now this is something, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is actually something that's new to the actual LiveCast, and that is looking at Kickstarter projects. And the reason is because I've heard of games like Iron Harvest before, and I figured, you know what? Let's see what happens. This game has got 31 days left to go with almost 5,000 backers. This game is definitely going to get funded. But I figured, you know what? We have gotten great games from Kickstarter. I mean, we got the Dreamfall chapters. We got Mighty Number. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Bloodstained is actually coming. I hope that it comes out this year. But obviously, those are just your vertical slices are what those things are called, vertical slices. So clearly the game is in development. So you gotta give it a chance for it to come out. So, but yes, I am waiting for Bloodstained as well too. Made by the man that was spearheaded Symphony of the Night, Castlevania, considered to be one of the best video games ever made. Pretty much created the Metroidvania thing. I mean, Metroid created Metroidvania, but clearly. Yeah, I backed it out. I was a part of that. I was a sucker. But just because there are a ton of scumbags in the world that will use Kickstarter to create a project and then take your money, that does not mean that all of them are. And we're going to take a look at Iron Harvest, which is a game that the concept looks pretty incredible.
Hi guys. So a couple of years ago, we stumbled over these amazing artworks by Jakub Rojałski that showed mechs and strange machines in early 20th century rural landscapes. We actually thought that was about the coolest thing we'd ever seen, and that it would be the perfect setting for the RTS we'd always dreamed about. The chances of this dream coming true were pretty slim, but here we are. This is Iron Harvest, a classic real-time strategy game set in the alternate reality of 1920 plus.
Okay.
It's an RTS where the outcome of a battle is determined more by strategy and tactics rather than clicks per second or the size of your unit blob. A game with base building, a cover system, and destructible environments. A game where strong single-player campaigns are more important than DLC and long-term monetization opportunities.
Boom!
So we talked to many RTS fans, and we conducted a survey with over 15,000 participants and listened to our community to find out what you guys actually want from a modern RTS. We combined your feedback with our own ideas and came up with a gameplay that gives you enough time to explore all your options, come up with a plan, execute this plan, and adjust it on the fly.
Okay, this game looks really freaking sweet. The concept of the game is apparently 1950s steampunk mechs. And I think it's like World War II or something. This is really cool.
Tactical depth combined with player freedom. That is basically what the Iron Harvest gameplay is all about. But we also felt that there was something else missing in many RTS games, and you guys agreed with us in the survey. It's time for another really great RTS campaign. We've been hard at work with Jakub to evolve the world of 1920 plus, and to develop new units and heroes for Iron Harvest. We came up with an epic story and 3 overarching campaigns, one for each playable faction in the game. We're passionate developers with over 15 years of experience, and we've already got 3 successful Kickstarter campaigns under our belt. But no game before has energized everybody involved as much as Iron Harvest.
They've done 3 Kickstarters.
This is our dream project, and we're well on our way. We've built a strong foundation for the game over the past year. We found our visual style, evaluated different technologies, and we've got an early demo up and running already.
I think tanks with feet are a bit impractical, but it's just my opinion. Yeah, but it looks cool. So there's my argument.
The next step is to start working on the campaigns, to implement multiplayer, and to expand our asset production.
Oh.
But to make this happen, we need your help.
Well, hold on. Hold on. What was that?
And to expand our asset production. But to make this
What is that? What the heck is this? Is this a Muppet? Do you have a Muppet? And what the heck is this? Do you actually have a Muppet developer? It's a chicken. Oh my god, is this neck? Is the crazy chicken sneaking behind to bother these developers? Neck! Get out of there. You're supposed to be at work. Come on, man. Get out of there. Let these fine folk work.
To happen, we need your help. With your support, we can stay independent and come up with an uncompromised version of our vision. So first, we want a strong focus on great campaigns, including state-of-the-art in-game cinematics.
Maybe this is his work. Yes, he's giving moral support. I don't think he'd actually mind the 4 hours of travel he does every day if this was what he was doing.
We also want to add a co-op mode and competitive multiplayer modes.
Okay.
We need skirmish and challenge maps for single player, and most importantly, we need the time to do the job right.
Okay, pro tip, don't sell your game to people and then show that you have a copy of the art of game design on your stuff. Okay, yeah, I know it's references and stuff like that, but maybe you shouldn't be posting that you have books that are how to make a game and then ask people for money.
In return for your help, you'll not only get a better game, you'll also get it at a discount during the Kickstarter campaign.
Wow, this looks
you'll also
awesome.
have the opportunity to buy special editions of the game. And depending on your pledge, you'll be able to play alpha and...
Oh, look at this! Little mechanized spider bot chain guns! This is so
beta versions of
cool.
the game,
This
far
is
advanced than
absolutely
everybody else.
awesome.
This is the most exciting project we've ever worked on, and the
Wow.
response has been unbelievable. We hope you're as excited about Iron Harvest as we are. So please support
Shut
our
up and
Kickstarter
take my
and tell
money.
your friends about it. Thank you.
Okay, so keep in mind that this game... Whoa, okay, damn, we missed that part. So just keep in mind that these games are in development and they will take some time to make. Obviously, you are helping the fund. So if you guys think that Iron Harvest is a pretty awesome game, you can't see anything, really? Connection problems? Well, my application is still streaming. Hold on. Let's take a break here. 1 second. Get out. Okay, hold on. Let me... videos. Okay. Application is still streaming. Yeah, it's still streaming. It's got to be on your end. Man, I'm sorry. Something's going on with Twitch in your part of the country. You need to nuke Germany from orbit. If we nuke Germany from orbit, there's no more Twitch anymore. I'm kidding. But anyway, I'm sorry to hear that you're having those issues, man. Maybe clear your cache from your browsers and then close all your browsers and then try launching it again. See if that works. There's some issues sometimes that maybe that could help. Now, the reason that I did this is because I'm kind of curious about Iron Harvest, and when I heard that they finally released their game as a Kickstarter, I figured let's give it a shot. And if you guys like it, to back the project. Just keep in mind that what you are backing is you're just helping for the project. Keep in mind that you may or may not get your game. Iron Harvest looks like it's a game that's going to be made, but then again, we all fell for Mighty Number 9. We all fell for Ukulele. We all fell for a bunch of other things. So just keep that in mind. And speaking of mind, here is another one. It's called Area. This one does not look too good. This has a $20,000. It's considerably less than the previous one. It says it's a physics-based first-person shooter. And the thing that got me was that it was inspired by Prey. This is the 2006 version. This is not the one that I'm playing now. It's from Prey. It's inspired by BioShock. And it's inspired by Portal. So... very, very bold to call yourself the next this or the next that. So let's take a look at this one. And clearly, with only 22 days left to go and only 25 backers, and you've only done about $1,000, I am not so sure that this is happening. I'm sorry, Spinning Brain, but let's take a look at it just to see. Spinning Brain. Let me lower the volume for all of you. Does look like an interesting world. Wow. Okay, that looked kind of... I gotta put that away. Area. Coming in the end of 2018.
My name is Balintouch and I am the man behind Spinning Brain, the developer of the game Area. This is a multi-genre first-person game that takes place in an unknown environment where you can move ahead by interacting with this environment with the help of a special weapon. The weapon can shoot plasma, manipulate gravity and materialize walkways or all of them at the same time, creating a variety of interesting situations.
That sounds pretty
I always
awesome.
thought I should create my own thing, and I believe that I can make it with this project. The most important principle in designing this game was to make sure that the course of the game is very flexible and mixes radically different features in a way they do not neutralize one another but add up to give the player a consistent and unique experience. To
Aww.
complete this game, I only need your help.
You know, I almost feel kind of bad for this guy. I kind of feel bad for this guy. I don't think this project's gonna get funded, but then again, that's kind of the unfortunate stuff that has to happen with Kickstarter. It's a huge pond, and everybody wants a piece. So not every project's gonna get funded. Not every game developer will get their dream. But you know what? That's the purpose of Kickstarter, to get funding so that you can make your dream come true. But we'll see what happens with Area. I do think Iron Harvest is going to get funded. It's got a month left and it's almost finished. Area, not so much. Area kind of looks, I don't know, like it doesn't, like I could see where the portal aspects are. I don't see where the Bioshock and Prey elements are. Prey, maybe like you could do the portals and walk up in its different directions. So maybe there's that aspect. But other than that, I'm not so sure. Not really sure. I'm not quite sold on that one. But you know what? I do hope that you get funded. And because you know what? Everybody should be able to make their game. If you think that your best way to get your funding is through this, then I hope that it works. I root for people, except when they become liars like KG Inafune and make the Kickstarter so that you can sell, so he can make his own spin-off franchise or whatever. So, do you play Dota? I don't. But I do play League of Legends. But for those of you who like Dota, Valve is introducing Dota Plus. According to this, it has had 10 million unique players last month. So today's update unveils Dota Plus, a new monthly subscription service designed to help get you the most out of every match you play. Dota Plus is an evolution of the Battle Pass. In the past, we released two types of Battle Passes, one that it revolved around the majors and one around the international. As a result of the recent introduction of the Pro Circuit, we've replaced the major battles passes with a new type of service that doesn't depend on a specific start or end date, and one that will continually add features and content over time. This reimagining of the Majors Battle Pass will be an ongoing, uninterrupted service filled with features that provide you progression and opportunities for improvement. Hero leveling offers you a way to make progress each match while earning shards, a new currency that can be used to unlock rewards. Test your skills by completing hundreds of new challenges and varying difficulties. Use the Plus Assistant to help you make build decisions by utilizing real-time item and ability suggestion. These suggestions are based on data gathered from millions of recent games at each skill bracket, assuring, yay! Welcome back, Saturnite. Welcome back. We missed you. Now you can come back. You can come back to the light. Oh, man. These suggestions are based on data gathered from millions of gamers to each skill bracket, better understanding your play style by using new graphs. This update also includes the return of the Battle Cup. All Dota Plus members have free weekly access to play in the weekend tournaments, while non-members can still purchase tickets for $1. Everything Dota Plus has to offer is about $3.99 a month. Receive a discount if you sign up for 6 to 12 month subscription. Want to give Dota Plus to a friend? You could purchase the gift passes here. And here it shows more details of what Dota Plus is. You can get it for like 6 months, or you can get it for 12 months. Bottom line is that this is a monthly subscription to Dota 2's extra functions, I think. According to this, you could enjoy stuff like the hero leveling, which you get access to stuff like shards, a new hero chat wheel responses. It gives you kind of like access to a couple of more functions. This is it unlocks the game pretty much to make you a better Dota 2 player, because you know what? If you're going to be the most profitable esport game, because you could talk all you want about PUBG, League of Legends, but the international still by far offers the biggest pot for games. For if you win the international, you won't win thousands, you win millions. So, and that's because of the games like hero relics. Each game features something like relics, which stack a variety of background achievements. You can relic updates and displays your statistical milestones. You can unlock relics for any hero in any charts. The thing that I kind of liked was they offer weekly rewards. Plus, this thing is called the Assistant, which is like it gives you suggestions from the builds, and kind of based on builds that have been done by other players, maybe pro players as well too, following the meta. It gives you suggestions of what ability to choose from. Like they give you percentages of what abilities, because in a game like this, you progress through levels and then it gives you you could level up these skills little by little. So hero suggestions, this is all pretty cool. I do like this. I kind of wonder why you need to make it $3.99 a month, but then I realize they're doing so much here. Like you can play in the tournaments where you don't have to pay $1 to participate in the tournaments. You get special emoticons, accolades, 20,000 shards for your game. So they are offering you a whole lot of stuff. It's only $3.99 a month. Now, I would definitely recommend this for those of you who are playing Dota religiously. You're playing Dota religiously, that is what you should do. You should totally do that. But honestly, me personally, I play League of Legends. I don't play League of Legends so much nowadays, but I have tried to play Dota a couple of times, not gotten into it too much. But then again, if you're a big fan of Dota and you want to keep supporting it, right now, Dota is still free to play and you get access to all of the champions all the time. But if you like it and you like to support them, you could give the support by buying the pass to the international, but you could also just try it out. I didn't see anywhere there that said that you could try it for free for some time, but you might be able to just try it out for a few days at least. So there's more details on that. I will leave it there as well. So this is actually really cool. This is a Hat in Time. They've added a modding update. It's right now on sale for $20. Hat in Time is a game that I'm actually want to play, so I might end up doing this. But right now, you will give you the ability to bring mod support to the game. You get what's called flares or pieces of flare, new achievements, change logs, which added like support, mods for the game, which they've already been created. Some people have already gone kind of crazy creating maps, because you could create maps, and here you have a chance to win. There's a contest in which you could create your own test and upload their Purple Time Rift to the Steam Workshop with the tag the Time Rift contest. You can make high quality maps. You can win up to $500, And this is actually quite awesome. This is a purple rift, which it says purple type rifts are a layer challenge where the player has to collect a certain number of rip pawns to advance to the next door. At the bottom of the is a timepiece. Players are encouraged. You could think of this as those areas in Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Galaxy, where those just so weird puzzle levels that are, you know, that are not themed from the same game. They also have Discord has, wait a minute, you can find our Discord. I had to type modding. Oh, hold on. You have a modding community. And yes, continue. Okay, hold on. I gotta actually one quick second here. Really? I thought, what should I? You've been invited to join. Oh, I thought I already. Don't I have a Discord? I'll do this later. I'll do this later. But anyway, here you go. That's actually pretty cool. Had in time, modding, and a contest. And it's only $20. Stay tuned. Maybe after Final Fantasy 15. Okay. Nintendo Switch system update is available now. Gives you this is version 5.0, which gives Facebook and Twitter friends that also use the Nintendo Switch to be added through friend suggestions. Using the Nintendo Switch parental controls app, add specific software titles to your list and exclude them from the console's parental controls restricted software rating. You could also captured videos in the album will be restricted by parental controls. To keep the parental controls pin private, the default method of pin entry has been changed to entering using the control stick and buttons instead of the on-screen numpad. They have added, you could select from 24 new ARMS and Kirby icons for the user. Digital software purchases made from a PC and smart device will start downloading sooner, even if the Nintendo Switch console is in the sleep mode, which is really cool. Receive notifications when pre-purchase software is ready to play. You can filter news to only unread news, and the Pro Controller grip colors will now display in the controller's menu. So this is a pretty sweet. This is, I guess, more aimed to be more like I don't know how to say this. I guess to be more like, I've lost my train of thought. Okay, so be more parental guidance friendly. There you go. And to be able to improve upon the experience, because if you buy something from the Nintendo shop on your phone, you should expect that when you get home that's there ready to go. So, but as I said, this was a little bit of a slow day. There wasn't nothing kind of like newsworthy to go around, which is unfortunate. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you some videos from stuff that I found here. Like, for instance, I don't know if you guys ever played Cube, but Cube 2 has been released and there's a video for it. So let's watch the video featured Cube 2.
Help!
Help!
Where am I? Anyone? Help me.
We come together. We are made of stars.
We tracked the vessel for years, since it entered the solar system, intercepting signals from it, decoding them. We learned about its structure, but not its host.
I don't understand.
We had to stop that vessel from colliding with Earth.
See, I can accept.
How do you know my name?
We
Oh. Okay, this looks pretty cool. This looks very, very cool. This is very, very cool. And it's already out, so Cube. It says it's funded part by the Humble Bundle, so congrats, Cube. Kind of liked the first Cube. This one looks pretty awesome as well too, so look forward to that. I actually just found out about this morning, about Stephen Hawking. Not to talk about.
Makes me cry necessarily. I want to make a game that makes me go, yeah.
Who's that talking?
What I just did to that guy when he came around the rock. Oh, it's challenging to make you cry, but it's tough for me to cry in a movie. It's tough for me to read a book that makes me cry. But games that make you jump up out of your chair and smile and laugh and throw down your controller and point at your TV at someone that can't even see you and beat your chest. I mean, when was the last time you read a book and had that reaction? When was the last time you went to a movie and did that? I mean, games, there's so many other emotions that they're better equipped to satisfy, to draw out. And, you know, at Bungie, I think we don't worry about making people cry. Why we worry about that goal?
Oh, yeah.
Laugh or cheer. So I think it's just about what emotions you value and understanding what, you know, games do best. And I think at Bungie, we just have different answers.
Yeah, except that y'all screwed it up with freaking yeah. Y'all had to. That person was in Bungie, so clearly he's just talking about emotions. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, just Cuphead does make people cry and scream. So oh, darn it. Okay. I guess the scene switching affects the YouTube game, the YouTube thing. Team Ninja. Okay. Let's see what this game is. I think this is from Dissidia. Oh my god, it's Vayne! It's Vayne! It's Vayne Solidor! Oh, little Larsa! Little Larsa, you do not understand the point of this. Oh my god, he's actually taking against Vaughn! Woo! Is he gonna turn it into Vayne Novus? He does turn into Vayne Novus. Awesome. This is Dissidia. Oh yeah. It's Team Ninja, man. Wah! Oh, this is Vayne. Final Fantasy. Vayne Solidor, man. That's pretty freaking awesome. I like that. Also, there's this cool little bit here where oh my god, if they put Captain Borscht in the game, if they put Captain Borscht, I might just get it. I might just get that game. Of course, we have this. Okay, fine. I'll translate it. PlayStation 4 Steam Nier Automata has surpassed 2.5 million in total worldwide shipment and download sales. 1 year has passed since the sale. Thank you for your support for a long time. Hashtag Nier. Hashtag line dash thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, looks like Yokotaro has something to say.
大佐ワードさん、 この度はですね、ニーヤオートマタをベスト RPG 賞に選んでいただき本当にありがとうございます。こういってトロフィーも日本に届きました。
今回はですね、授賞式に参加できなくて大変残念だったんですが、いつかまた参加させてください。
参加したい。
I can barely hear you because you're wearing that helmet.
宣伝担当さんに言いたいことがあります。
なるほど。
これです。ツイート。これで、
これは
これを見ると、スクリーンの宣伝担当さんが授賞式に行かなかった理由は、
はい、
まさか取れると思ってなかった。この驚愕の理由。
Oh yeah, I think it's just he's just so shy.
そうですね。これはもうスクリーン宣伝担当さんに謝っていただきたいと思います。
はい。
じゃあ宣伝担当の
What?
それじゃあ皆さんさようなら。
What? Something about a marketing? What? Okay. Okay, that was weird. Again, he said in an interview that he really hates to show his face in public interviews. Well, hey, you know what? They're using helmets. Okay, that's all part of the game. But the thing is that he's the director of Nier Automata. So, I guess he's just really, really shy. So, I guess, you know, hey, you know what? If you're too shy to show your face, fine. If you're gonna not show your face, you might as well not show your face with an epic. And he also never imagined the Nier franchise would be this big. Yeah, Yoko Taro is a director that makes really weird games. So clearly, Nier Automata was a huge success. I don't think he expected Nier. Well, it's part of the promotion. It's kind of, I think it's kind of ingenious, actually. But if Yoko Taro seems to be extremely shy, but it seems like when he brings up, it's kind of like the same thing when cosplayers go out and they just feel like they can't do anything because they're so shy. But you know what? Oh, so do I. It's part of the promotion. But you know what? As if you're the game director of this is sort of like a multi-level solution, if you want to think of it, Seto Kaiba. If you want to promote your game, but if you're so shy that you can't see yourself talking to people all day, oh, I believe you. I've heard of guerrilla marketing before as well too. I've actually majored in marketing as well too. I've actually forgot about guerrilla marketing as a term, but the thing about it is that if you want to promote your game, but you're so shy that you don't want to do interviews, this is actually works for the marketing of the game and for Yoko Taro himself too. That's actually pretty genius, to tell you the truth. So let me go ahead and let's go back here because we have another show. But it says that he panicked because his Max broke up and he ran away. Whoa! He actually ran away. Oh, that's just sad. So I feel bad for you, Yoko Taro. So this is a reveal trailer for Broly! Look at the size of this man! I have revealed. Oh. Oh, yeah, baby. Broly. Oh, my lord. Now on sale. I want Dragon Ball Z Fighters so badly it hurts. I want that game so badly it hurts. But anyway, but yes, back to guerrilla marketing. Yes. It's actually a really wonderful way to kind of everybody wins sort of deal. You know, Yoko Taro, you're the director of the game. We need you out there. No, I would rather jump off a building than do that. Okay, then we'll just figure out a way so you could promote the game and just be like, oh, we'll come up with the monster mask. So there you go. So let's Man the games. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, the mad Saiyan the angriest Saiyan in the world. I love Broly. I love he's just ridiculously strong here. And I think this is what Saturnight was talking about earlier. This is freaking awesome. This is incredible. This is Dante. This is Dante. This is freaking Dante in Monster Hunter. This is incredible. Ebony and Ivory! Oh my god! Oh dear. This is incredible. You are a frick. Dante must die. Oh my god, this is incredible. Monster Hunter World can do no wrong, I think. Oh man. It's cool that his weapon is in fact a charge blade and it is not a great sword longsword. Very, very awesome. All right. And of course, at the very end, it always ends and starts with Fortnite. So, you know, it doesn't look as graphically as... What's up, Hellspawner? This is your welcome song. That's whenever Spawner goes into a room. Awesome. Oh man, I would love to play Monster Hunter World as Dante. But here's my question. Is this gonna be part of the weekly event, or is this just gonna be gone after a while? Bat server connection. The charge blade, sword shield transformed into a switch axe, and the insect glaive, aerial oriented weapon. In fact, oh yeah, it's a good game. I've actually played it a little bit, but I mean, there's a reason why it's like, it's got to be like, if it's too crappy for its own good, it would not be the most streamed game in freaking like Twitch right now, and the most watched game as well too. Clearly it's riding a wave of popularity. Clearly Fortnite, it's the more popular. Going to mobile is actually probably the most ingenious thing you could do, because that adds millions of people. It's not released, I know, but given the fact, hey, you know what? PUBG got really popular along the same ways. But you know what? It can't get released. It's obviously still in the beta phase, but it's sort of weird because it feels like it's a complete game. But, well, the Forest is also having server problems. That's a shame, though. There's so many, like, there's issues with it around the world. And that's a thing where I think it just kind of shows that the people from the certain countries that are having the connectivity problems have to keep letting the developers know that this is a thing, because they have to work on these issues to get the game better. So, but because it sounds like it's overall network problems. So they have to figure out ways, but it's not so easy. But which is why I would think just create servers, put servers in different parts of the world, but games like The Forest, they don't sound like they're as big. But a game like Fortnite would definitely have. I would put a South America server. I would definitely put. Well, I'm glad that you love this channel. Thank you. I'm actually just happy that you were able to see it now. I'm just happy that you can actually watch. You have that low graphics mode now, so that's actually pretty cool. Because I would. But yeah, I don't know what a game developer or a game publisher would have to do to make your game run smoother, other than put servers all over the world. But of course, as you said, the game's not out yet. It's just in early access. Although I think that's just the main game. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. If Battle Royale, Fortnite Battle Royale, I don't know if it's a game that part of it is also in the early access part, or it's just the initial client, that zombie survival game that you play. But regardless, I do hope that they address these issues, but that's what you have to do. You got to let the developers know, get you and your friends to go into the forums and get together and gather there and tell them, hey, I am from this country and we are continuously having issues with your game. I don't know if it's our network, but I was wondering what you guys were doing to address issues from this country. You'd be surprised how eloquent and how often this might actually get a response, and harp on them, because you want. If there is something that a developer wants to do with a game that's riding high on this popularity, is to get it right. And if it's not going right in certain parts of the world, they might not know about it. Or maybe they do, and it's just not a part of their priority to get the game out. So that's what I would recommend to you, Seto Kaiba. Get you and your friends that you try to play the game, and go into their forums or directly lend the support, and just and let them know. That's not the case for Payday 2. Lots of people are saying they're having game crash problems, and they share with the devs and. But nothing has changed. Okay, I will say this. It's not a guarantee. If you bring it up to the developers, it's not a guarantee that things will change. But letting them know is a good thing. However, there are just parts around the world that there's nothing you can do. Obviously, the developers want as many people playing their games everywhere around the world, but there are logistical problems, and there are problems that are you're just not going to be able to get to every part of the world. Just like there are parts of the world that they just do not have the internet. They don't have the there's parts in this country, we're in the US, and there's parts there are people who are still, I kid you not, there's people in Florida that cannot have cable. Their only solution is to have satellite, and satellite sucks. Satellite internet sucks. HughesNet sucks. So letting them know that people care about their games is really a good thing. But yeah, if they heard that about 50% of their game is crashing, it is a thing that will get them to pay attention. My bottom line is that even though they won't acknowledge. Obviously, it's probably the biggest game that's out there right now. But letting them know, and you tell them, hey, I'm from this country. Many of my countrymen and women are trying to play this game. We're trying to. We have. You can describe what kind of internet you guys have. Yeah. Payday 2, actually, the biggest thing that has happened with Payday 2 is that it got released for the Switch. That's it. I mean, it's a good game, but the heyday for Payday 2 is clearly looking like it's over. I mean, clearly getting it on the Switch is like a last effort to try to get more people to play Payday. But clearly, if the developers of Payday want to keep on going, they have to get the next edition of the game. But honestly, and the problem also is that when you said that they know that this is an issue and that the game is crashing and they haven't done anything with it, it is a difficult game, that's for sure. But if anything, it's probably one of the best co-op games that's ever been done. So, but the reality is that sometimes developers and sometimes publishers, they get big, and then they think that they don't have to change anything anymore. They'll probably look at your country and go, oh, well, they're having problems, while they're fanning themselves with a bunch of money. It was like, oh, I'm so sorry that you're having problems. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you guys are having problems. We're gonna try to do what we can. Oh my God, I spilled my money all over the place. Okay, well, we'll get back to you. There's some developers that do that. There's some developers that they just don't care because they know their game is a success, a mega success. So if a country can't play their game, then oh well, it's one of the biggest games in the world. But I would not stop trying. Let Epic know. Let them know that you would love to have a solution so that you guys can play the game. Maybe set it on a way that it draws lower ping. Other than that, I would also recommend, I mean, I don't know if I would recommend this, but you could also get yourself like a gaming router as well too. If you have already a gaming router, then fine. But there's routers like the NetDuma that prioritize your ports to your game, so that slow connection that you have could benefit from it using other resources, and you can focus to get a better ping on your game. That's a suggestion. Perhaps maybe that might work. But other than that, you're kind of limited if your connection really is that poor. But you know what? If there is something that the developer can do for you, then heck, do it. Let them know. Nothing hurts. It's for free. Letting them know is for free. Gather a couple of your friends. Have them gather a couple of your friends. If you're all from the same country, let them know, and let them know, hey, you know what? There's some people here, and there's probably many more people that are having connectivity problems. We are all from this country. I was wondering if perhaps maybe one day you guys were implementing a solution for this part of the country, maybe adding a server in this part of the country so that you could connect to the game that way. Obviously, the game is still in early access, so there is a solution that could be already in the process of making. But let them know. That's all I'm going to say. Let them know. And because they're never going to know unless you tell them. That's all I'm going to say. So, but with that, that's the end of the live cast. As I said, it was a poor bit of news today. I'd like to thank Miss Doom for following me today, Surge S2K for following me, Delta for following me 2 days ago, or yesterday actually. Wait, 2 days. It says 2 days. Okay. Mr. Seto Kaiba and the people he's been finding me to host. I hope that Surge saw and liked what I did. Yeah, it's a shame, but you know what? Spawner is in spirit. He'd have to be, because if I didn't say he was in spirit, he'd just get mad at me. But but yes, he is in spirit. So Spawner, if you can't watch this, then I'm sorry, man. I hope that you can you can join me for the next time. So I'm gonna launch Twitch here. Super excited. The channel just continues to grow. I just got 50 followers and now I'm up to 54 followers. This is exciting. This is great. I love this. and I want to keep doing this. As a reminder, this Saturday, usually I work and then I stream around the afternoon. I won't be available to stream on Saturday. And I may not be available to stream on Sunday. Sunday is usually the LiveCast day. I will post all of this as Saturday suggested. I made an announcement channel on my Discord. So I'm going to be announcing stuff there. I'm gonna announce it on Twitter. I'm gonna announce it on my Facebook page. So follow me there so you guys can follow that as well too. But I'm going to post it on the Discord. If you guys want an invite to the Discord, let me know. Either whisper me and let me know, and we'll invite you to the Discord as well. So you can join in and have a good time. I also have the Discord link invite on my offline screen as well too. So let me know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the live cast today. The live cast will probably be done next Monday, or if I have what I'm ready to talk about, I'll do it in the afternoon. But the thing is that it's like a 4-hour drive, and I think what I want to focus more is just to chill and play games. So I think I'll have enough energy to just stream the games playing. But I'm also going to take my laptop with me. I'm going to take my laptop with me to see if I could do something from where I am. So perhaps maybe I might be able to do the live cast remotely. So from my brother's house. So I can maybe like take the camera, but I don't know. I'll see what I could do. When am I going to play Cuphead again? Well, I said that I'm never going to play that game again. But you know what? I know that a lot of people liked when I play Cuphead, so I'm gonna say this. Let me go through a couple of games first, and I will retouch Cuphead someday. I will do the hard mode, and I'll record every death. Because now I have a death counter. Now I have a death counter. So this is my new game scene. As you can see, there's this little number at the bottom. So, oh! I am not. Hey, that tactic only works with people that get their feelings hurt. Okay, Mr. Kaiba, that doesn't work on me. I'm fine with people thinking that I'm a sissy. The reason that I'm not playing it again is because I want to play other games as well. There are other rage games like Cuphead that I like to play. Fury looks like a pretty fun game. Nick was playing it the other day. But, a follower goal? 100 followers and Cuphead hard mode. Okay, so see that is a great idea. I will actually, okay, fine. You know what? Okay. You know what? That is a great idea. This is Mr. Saturday. I am trying to be a variety streamer. I do think that, I mean, my goal is to play different games. I think what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do it with 2 games first, because I don't want to fall into the trap. I don't want to fall into the trap of I play a game and then I forget about the game. So can't be juggling so many games, but I am willing to. So I'm playing Prey, and I'm also going to be playing Final Fantasy 15. But hashtag more hosts for Cup Souls Hard challenge. Okay, I'm gonna coin that hashtag, Mr. Kaiba. More hosts for Cup Souls hard challenge. Okay, so I'll do this. 100 followers, and I'll do Cuphead hard mode. Good thing is that I already know how to beat the bosses that were giving me the trouble. So there we go. Okay, it's a deal. Okay, if I get to 100 followers, I will do Cuphead in hard mode. All right. No, you did not. Thank you. Wow, Mr. Kaiba, you are the host. You are the host bringer. You are awesome. Thank you, and thank the hosts as well too. I thank the host. You guys, when you host my stuff, it's really freaking cool. Rect is awesome. Dev Rec. He's actually contacted me, so I'd like to thank him. And Shauna Berry Blast, thank you so much for hosting. And thank you, Mr. Seto Kaiba. I really appreciate your help. It's very awesome. I mean, Saturday gets me the clips and the emojis, and everyone that just sees this channel and just wants to see it grow. I like to just thank everybody. So, but yes, that's my goal. If we get to 100 followers, now Saturday night, do you think we should make this like a timed goal? Like, say, if I don't get 100 followers in a month, then I won't do hard mode. What do you think? Should we put like a clock on it? Because I don't know. I've looked at the follower goals. I can actually. That's the great thing about this here. I'm actually going to show you guys. This is gonna look kind of weird. So bear with me. Here, I'm gonna start to see if I could do. So here's actually me streaming here. So here on the dash, you could actually do the actual, you can see all the follows and all that, but you could actually set the goals here. So here's, you can set the follower goal. And as you can see, you can set the goals up, and you can set the background color, the bar thickness, enable custom CSS. I don't know enough of CSS, but I actually wouldn't mind. But here you can say manage goal. It should be a time goal, since it would mean more pressure for us. No, exactly. Put the hashtag as title. All right. I think I will do that. Actually, I would do that. All right, but yeah, here we could set the challenger goal. Now let's see if we could actually set it up. Okay, so the thing is, this we want to do the okay, actually, you know what? Let's see. Okay, 100 followers for Cuphead hard mode. Hashtag more hosts for Cup Souls hard challenge. The field may not be greater than 60 characters. Sorry, it can't be that long. So, but I will put that hashtag. I'm sorry. This is okay. So the goal account is going to be 100, and we are at 54 followers, and Oh, so okay, so you do require an end date. So let's just you know, this isn't going to be a time, so let's just put it for 2 months, just because. But I don't want you guys to. God, I wish that there was a way that we could avoid this from putting it, but the field is required. So let's just put 6. Today is 14th, 2018. There we go. And there we go. And then what we do is we go to the edit. Ooh, I hope we don't do the editor. And we do here, and we do the follower goal. And there we go. We've got 3 months, and I like you guys to ignore this part. I'm in dream within a 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 oh damn it, I bumped into the table. Don't. Okay, there's no more dreams here. Is this way, within a dream 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 within a dream. I'm back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. But anyway, guys, that's the end. There you go. Oh, actually, you know what? There's something that I'd like to do. Hold on. There is one more thing that I'd like to do. And that is, I want to make the follower goal, the settings. I want the background color to be red. Oh no, actually, no. Let's keep it white. And then the bar color is going to be red. And then the text color, I don't want it to be green because it's just going to clash. The bar text color is, let's actually see if we could make it darker, like the color of blood. And then we'll leave this up here. So bar thickness. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll make it too big here. Okay. And then we'll just suggest condensed. Huh. Look at that. Does that look better condensed? Do you think that looks better condensed, or maybe we should just no, we'll just keep it standard here, or condensed? What do you think? 100 followers. But then in that case, oh, you know what? This doesn't show the time. So let's take the text bar color. We'll put it back to white. There we go. See there. It looks good. Okay, so now you're getting a behind the scenes look at how I do this. So I saw Valkia do this, and I think it's a great idea. Okay. It looks Spawner! What's up, man? What is going on? I'm sorry I blew your eardrums just now, but actually, you know what? I think it looks too small now. Shh. I know you're running out of. Yeah, I have to leave now too. You can't hear anything? Oh, hold on. Oh, the microphone is still on, so. Now it looks kind of cheap. Let me hold on. Oh, you can. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay. Let's put the follower, let's do follower again. We'll make it a little more condensed here. Maybe see if this looks fine here. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Okay, it looks a little better. So let me actually look in the gaming mode here, because I added this part here. So we've got the tiny the social links, and then they change. But let's see the follower goal. Let's see if I can put the follower goal up here. And does that look? That looks good, I guess. There we go. Does that look good? You can still see me, so you can still see that. So there you go. The bottom part is gonna be protected. It's gonna be changing every minute. Mr. Saturnite, actually no. Neck is not stop streaming. I will put it to you this way. And this is the last thing that I'm gonna say, because I really do have to go. Is that he hasn't stopped streaming. However, his job does require him to travel a lot, like 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to come back. He is going to be streaming. He's going to try to stream. The thing is that he's just got a new job. He's getting used to that. I will be for 2 days now. That's fine. You know, the important thing is to not stop streaming. That's the point. You got to not stop streaming. You got to keep doing it. But anyway, Spawner, I know you just got here. I'm sorry. I do have to go. But are you gonna, if you're gonna be streaming today, I'll check you out during my breaks. So Mr. Seto Kaiba, he is gonna be around. Just keep an eye out on him. He did actually. Are you on his Discord, Seto Kaiba? Ah, you'll stream tomorrow? Well, I can't wait, man. Let me see if I could give you his stream so you could go see it. Hold on. Not his stream, his freaking Discord server. Let me see. See if I can invite people. Next domain. I do not have your server. Hold on. Go ahead. You could post that one. So that way you could Seto Kaiba can join next, and you could also join spawners. So all right. Hell Spawners Fun Club. Yay! I'm part of Spawners Hell. I meant to say club fun. Club fun. Tons of fun. But anyway, I'm in your. Oh, I'm in now. So I'm in. So guys, I gotta go. So you guys take it easy. I'm sorry that I have to go, but you guys are awesome as always. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys later, man. Take it easy. Spawner, have a good day. Mr. Seto Kaiba, thank you for everything, and hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy, guys. See ya.